Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 10th episode of Beneath the Kotatsu. My name is An, and next to me is my co host, James.
Hey everybody.
Yep, and this is the 10th episode, and it's a bit of a milestone for us. It's pretty crazy how fast we've gone through these episodes. So James, do you know what else has a lot of milestones?
VTubers racking up millions of subscribers really fast.
Exactly, exactly. So on this episode, we really wanted to talk about VTubers, specifically Hollow Live, because that's pretty much all we really know about. Like we know about other companies like Sanji, and
Niji Sanji.
what was the
Say
other
with
company?
respect.
Yeah,
Vom's Girls Pikami. That's the one with Tomoshika and the one girl Monoya who was suspended recently as well.
yeah. I have no idea what happened to that, but
Same.
um, so go ahead. Like, how did you get into Hollow Live?
Oh, remember back a few months ago in September 2020 when Ikum Bokum got mainstream popularity?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was through that Too Many Snacks video that he did with Corona as a alligator eating apples and doing weird noises. That animation was so good. I keep on watching that video like over and over again. It's my favorite. Like all the videos that uh YouTuber does that are fantastic.
I think how I got into it was probably I think it was just like when Hollow Ian started, and then it was probably 2 weeks after Gura did her debut, and I was like, oh, what is this? I'm just gonna click on it. I really enjoyed it, and I think the reason I got really into it is because when she did her debut song, I was like, man, she could really sing. So I was diving into like, like once you actually get into one of the VTubers, you kind of branch out because you see all the other VTubers they collab with. So I watched
It's like a box of chocolate of VTubers. There's so
I,
many.
yeah. So like I went out and watched all the other like Ian members like Ina, Kiara, Callie, and then
Watson.
Amelia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then once you actually get into that, you start branching out into like all these like clips of like the Japanese cast, and oh my gosh, they are so hilarious. So let me ask you, who is your favorite?
Oh, like undisputed.
You can have let's say a favorite for like the Ian cast and like
Okay.
the JP cast, and then I know I don't want to miss people out, so also the ID cast as well.
Oh, ID is pretty. They're having a lot of good up and comers,
Yeah,
especially with Crazy Ollie. Uh,
yeah.
I want to say it's Watson because I watch it the most, but every time Kelly streams, it feels like a special event. Maury Calliope. I like her the most out of the Ian crew, I think.
Guh,
Gah.
guh.
I mean, all those music releases that she's released have been bangers too.
Oh yeah, they are like it's very rare you actually see like a like rapping VTuber, and one that actually knows what
Hey
she's
man,
doing. Like she's
she's
in the
she's
music production.
death rapping. She's not a VTuber.
I think for English, I know I tell you a lot that my favorite is usually Kiara, um, but I've been leaning more towards Ina just because I just really enjoy her vibe.
Super chill.
Like you can watch her, play games or whatever. But I think my favorite part about Ina is that you can just open her up, put her on the side, and it's literally just background. It's like she puts out that like chill, or it's like instead of like opening up the lo-fi music to study to, you can literally
Yeah,
just replace it with her.
same exact vibe.
Yeah,
Calm,
same
no
vibe.
panic.
Yeah. But
I like
I
the
do have
the
to give up to
oopsie that she has too.
Kiara. Who?
Kiara's great.
Yeah.
Her Dr. Oopsie.
Oh yeah, because she's like super addicted to Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper.
Didn't you tell me like you heard her opening up a whole full liter of soda and drinking it during the
Yeah,
entire
during a
stream one
stream.
day?
Yeah. She was like, I wanna, I don't drink soda anymore. And then she's like, yeah, I say that while I have a whole liter of Dr. Pepper next to me.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
And
Um,
going back to Kiara, I feel like I just wanted to say some comments about her really quick. I feel like more people need to watch her. She's fantastic.
I think the reason why she doesn't get too many people watching it because a majority of her gaming streams are the JRPGs, and a lot of people like it's a very niche community who really like JRPG. But I love her when she does like she's trying to branch out, like when she does
Yeah.
Hollow Talk and all that good stuff. I love when she does that, especially like she knows 3 languages, which is really crazy. Um,
Yeah, for sure. Super talented with that.
yeah, super talented. But my favorite is like when she collabs with Callie. They have such great interactions with each other. It's always hilarious to see them, stream together.
Straight man and the what's the comedy dynamic? You have the straight man and you have the goofball, I
uh,
guess.
yeah, I guess. Yeah. So Kiara would be the goofball and Callie would be like the straight man. But man,
For
like
sure.
once Kiara gets like under Callie's skin, oh, it's the reactions are so good.
Very quickly that happens. Like they're best chemistry by far of any duo. I mean, we
R-
have Pekora and Muna, but I
right,
prefer Kelly Mori the best.
right.
Or
Okay, so
Takamori.
$1 million question. Favorite JP?
Mm, Pekora. No.
Hmm.
Oh man.
It's
I
hard,
because I
right?
like I yeah, Corona always has those long streams, and that's the longest time the only person who I'd watch.
Yeah.
But uh, yeah, I'd say Pecora because she has the most hijinks. Her laugh is iconic, and her
Really,
boom boom
Pecora,
chat
huh?
intro for sure.
Uh, I've switched so many times, but I'm gonna go staple, and I'm gonna go with Coco. Of course, it has to be Coco
Oh
for me.
yeah, Coco. That's hard to beat her because it's the most shitposty degenerate drag. Oh wait, now that I said degenerate, we have Hachima.
Hachima, exactly. I
Hachima's
was
my
like,
favorite. Oh my god, what am I saying? That's my favorite.
Hachima. It, so during like during the time we're recording this, she's still on her like I think 2 week break, 3 weeks going on now or something like that.
Yep.
After her crazy slew of like weird videos with her like decapitating herself, it's so strange.
Did you hear about the news on the subreddit for Hololive today?
No, what happened
They reinstated a lot of those videos that they took down
for
or
Hachima?
unprivated them, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, because I think there's like a lot of outcry about people actually liking those types of videos, and I think Hollow Live was trying to maybe roll back a little bit because they didn't want that type of content out.
Definitely.
Um, you know, specifically because she is with the Hollow Live team, and I know they go through like a lot of contracts and a lot of crazy rules and whatnot, but I think Hachima has built it up to where she's the type of person that can put out that type of content, and and people don't really take it seriously,
Yep.
because she's crazy. I mean, just look at her. Like she did a stream where she like reviews lewds of herself. Like who does that?
Dude, she also does like the most cursed content available. I know Trash Taste talked about it, and that's what got me into Hachima. Her foot smelling thing, throwing up on the YouTube from eating the spicy
Yeah, yeah,
ramen
yeah,
noodles or whatever they were.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
and, I think she's kind of bulletproof at this point because I remember when it initially happened, everybody was talking like her doing all these crazy videos about the self-decapitating stuff and the multiple personalities. They were praising her for being creative. Like pretty much everybody was just saying good things about how creative she was. I don't know
Yeah,
about JP Bros because it's a different ecosystem they're in, but EN Bros really loved it, and they're like, who the hell thinks about all this stuff and
I mean,
uploads stuff super fast?
she straight up ate a tarantula. Like, what do you want? What do you want, people?
Did she also do kangaroos and scorpion?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
I
the
remember the
kangaroos are not so
kangaroo.
strange, but yeah.
Oh, I remember the reason why she ate kangaroos. Like, her and Ina were having a collab together, and Ina just like side mentions like kangaroo meat, and then literally, I think 2 or 3 days later, she bought kangaroo meat and showed it on stream, and I'm like, wow, that's dedication right there.
She was in Australia at the time, right?
Yeah. She was in Australia, so I guess it's not like an abnormal thing in Australia.
No, I
Um,
think the population of kangaroos is pretty huge to where they could do that.
yeah. Um, it's so hard because I totally get why the English side really likes the content Hachima puts out, because if you want just normal content, there's like over 40 VTubers alone in Hololive. You can get that exact content
Yeah,
from the other girls. I
you
think
could
that's why
literally
people like.
stay up 24 hours
Yeah,
and watch every stream.
I mean, there's no way you can watch every stream. It's impossible. They make more content than there are like times.
Yeah, it's
Um,
impressive.
it's crazy. I mean, like each girl at least like probably streams at least 4 hours a day, like between 1 to 4 hours a day. Add that up between 40 girls and the overall, it's pretty much unwatchable. To see all that much. Plus, you have the member stream, and also you have the
Watch-alongs?
yeah, the watch-alongs. But I'm talking about like the content the official Hololive puts out. With the 3D
Oh,
um
I love those. The
yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
anime segments, I guess they call them.
Yeah,
That's what
I,
they
I
have
would
them
love to
tagged
see
on
a movie.
YouTube.
Yeah, I want like a whole movie of that. That would be awesome.
They're coming out with an anime though, right?
No, no, no. It looks like they said I know it looked like an anime. The was it alternative or whatever, but I
Yes.
think it's just a music video. Is that? I think that's what they said when I was
Oh
watching one
man,
of their streams. Yeah, it was like just a music video.
I really
Um,
want to see a whole anime, as do a lot of people.
yeah. Um, so getting back to like our favorite Hololive members, who's your favorite in ID?
Ooh, probably Crazy Ollie now. For the longest time, it was Muna.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
follow ID too much, to be
yeah,
honest
me
with you.
either. Yeah, and like it's already hard enough trying to like comprehend like Japanese, but then you
Right.
also have Indonesian. I'm like,
Well,
oh
most of the
man,
time they just speak English
yeah, 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 but
for the
like
most part.
I think it's like 50 English, 50% Indonesian.
Right.
Um, I think I also like Ollie too. I did like Muna just because like her and Pecora like were awesome together when they do collabs and stuff like that. But yeah, I am leaning towards Ollie just because she has that personality that really and it's unique that no one else in the Hollow Life team really has. It's like it's like she's on crack 24/7.
Oh, pretty much. Well, Crazy Ollie.
Crazy, crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Her design's really good too. Does she have a? I forget because I usually have it on in the side, or I'll watch her when she's playing Apex with Watson and I believe a Hollow Stars member. I'm not sure.
I usually don't watch any of the Apex streams just because I'm not
I
like
don't
big
play the
into
game
like.
either.
Yeah, I don't play the game either. Like I enjoy it when like they play Minecraft. It's like specifically when Coco plays Minecraft because she has no idea what she's doing.
Right.
Yeah, she has
That's
no
fun.
idea.
She just
Yeah, it's
flails along like a magic carp. But yeah, does do you know if Ollie ever takes that sword out of her head or is it always there?
no, yeah, yeah. Like she does have like a what do you call it? A model where she doesn't have the sword. I think she uses that more often. No, I think she used to use that more often than the one with the sword, but now like further into it, I think she's using the one with the sword just because she likes it or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty. I can't imagine her without it, to be honest with you. It would look
Could
wrong
you
without the
imagine like
sword.
going up to someone's like, "Hey, do you know this Indonesian VTuber? She's the one with the sword through with through her head." You'd be so crazy just trying to talk to someone like that, has no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, for sure. It's like ID is a little bit more niche, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they are pretty. Can you imagine in like 5 years, like you go to your parents and like, why do you know how to speak Japanese and Indonesian out of nowhere?
Oh, well, it'll be like that episode of The Simpsons where Bart goes to France and he's abducted by some antifreeze making wine uh sleaze
I've
bags, I guess, and he like randomly picks up French. I wish
French.
it was like that, but it's not. You have to put dedication towards it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of understand enough to where you get the basic gist of like what they're saying.
Hmm.
Like most of the time, like when you're watching Corona, she speaks a little bit of English.
Right.
Same thing with Miko. You understand them through their like actions and through their mannerisms more than you actually understand. Like I love the meme where like not even like the Japanese side can understand Miko.
Is it because of her dialect or what?
Maybe because of the like how VTubers have like specific VTube dialect. Maybe it's
Right.
because of that and her like really high voice that no one can really understand what she's saying.
Or but there's also a thing in Japan where you have like people in Tokyo can't understand people from
The
for example
Kantai or whatever.
Kyoto or something like that. Yeah, they have their dialects like it's a completely different language. I know like
Uh,
just an example, uh pro wrestler Shinsuke Nakamura mentioned one time about sometimes not being able to understand Asuka, when they're both Japanese wrestlers in WWE currently.
I
It's
have no,
just
I
another.
don't know anything about wrestling, so
I know,
sure,
but just
whatever.
an example. It'll
I
be kind of like for
you,
Miko, I
you use
guess.
like the worst example, like use the most niche example.
That's even more niche than Hollow Life.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
god,
It's like
it
let me
really
give you an
is.
example from something so niche that no one unless like the 0.001% will understand.
I'm a true hipster with my pro wrestling love and Hollow Life love.
I think it like a better like example would probably like if like a Southern cowboy went up to like New York, the Bronx, specifically the Bronx. You know how like they have like the very like with it mashed up like very hard to understand dialect, and then on the other hand you have like super Southern Western dialect. I think it's probably something like that where it's very hard to understand each other. I
Yeah,
totally
well,
get
it's
that,
not
but
too bad for Americans. Well, I think it's because we're not too familiar with the Japanese language to the point where we'd be able
yeah.
to know the intricacies of the differences.
Yeah, but I don't think Miko really has that. Like she's understandable. It's just that I think it's just the meme. I think it's just the meme of like it's already hard to understand her, specifically because she screams a lot and then um she
The way
likes
she
to,
talks,
yeah,
like
it's the way
her
she talks.
kind of like a lazy way of speaking. Is that a way
Ah
to
no,
describe it?
nah, not I don't think it, I would say lazy. I think it's more like um
I don't know how to describe her voice.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched Hollow Live before, just go look up clips of Miko, just like Miko Hollow Live clips, and then you'll understand. Like specifically, like it's memed enough to where like her thing is like elite English. That's her language. It's called elite English.
Yeah, she just latches on to something, but that's for English because she specifically does like uh, well, you know how her popular fuck you and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. Most definitely. Do you have any favorite singers overall for
Oh,
Hollow Live?
easy, Toa-sama, without a
Oh
doubt.
yeah.
I
I,
love
I
that
remember I
voice.
told you my favorite was Toa, and you're like, I don't get the appeal. And then at like maybe 2 months after, you're like, okay, yeah, my favorite is Toa now. I'm like, okay, that was out of
Definitely.
nowhere.
Well, at that time you were watching like a bucket load of more content than I was because I was missing all the JP streams and wouldn't go back and watch the content. I mean, but Parkour is there too with her dis communication cover, which still
Oh
love
yeah,
popping that up.
oh yeah. Like I that's probably one of my favorite covers too.
Oh, so
But she's
good.
not very known for doing a lot of singing streams.
Nope.
She's more of the gamer side. Um, I I love a bunch of Aqua's cover. Like I hate to say it, but Aqua's probably one of my other favorite from JP. Like even though she doesn't speak a lick of English, just her mannerisms alone, like I just love like um how she does like stupid stuff and how she's always plotting or something like that. I think that's the reason I like her so much. I like I there's like so many of the Hollow Live members I really don't know about, but I always see clips of them and I always think it's funny. But when I try to watch them, it's kind of
Get
hard to
into
watch
it.
when you don't understand anything. But that's the total opposite from like watching Aqua. Like even though I can't understand anything from her, she kind of conveys it really well with what she's doing.
For me, that's Pecora and Corona most of all. She's, I think, the most accessible, aside from Coco and Hachima, because they obviously speak, good English.
Right. I think the reason why Pecora got very popular is when she started streaming with Muna. She started saying like a lot of random English stuff, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
well, yeah,
her
yeah.
Tekken laughs, directional laughy,
Oh
that
yeah.
meme, I love it.
I love the meme where it's like her laugh is so distinct, like it can be inputted into like a Tekken or whatever, like a
Yeah,
fighting game.
she also has a video where she was playing the what's that weird game where you're a guy in like a bucket swinging a hammer around to move, getting
uh,
over it.
Getting over it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a video of her like almost beating the game and she like screws up monumentally and then she like manages to bring it back and almost win and then she messes up again and then she goes back and wins and she's like making it like a a space rocket launch sounding type of thing. Have you seen that one?
I have not seen that one.
Oh,
I've
so
seen
good.
I've actually seen several clips of her playing Getting Over It. Especially I really don't really like the one. I think it was the one with Noelle where they're competing against each other. And then she gets to a point where she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna try to trip her up." And then she goes into like Noelle's chat and is like, "So where are you?" And Noelle's like, "I think I'm at the rock part." And she's like, "Oh, well, I'm already way past that." And then she just leaves. She's like trolling so hard.
I don't really watch a lot of Noelle or Flair for that matter. I just know that they're kind of like a shipped couple, I
Are
guess.
they? I don't think they are. Are they?
Yeah, a little bit. That's the
Oh,
only thing I
Noel.
know
Oh,
about
no,
them.
no, no, not. Oh, I thought you were talking about Noel and Pecora. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Noelle and Flair.
yeah, Noel and Flake. Yeah, I know they're a ship couple, but I don't watch them either.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
also don't watch the Choco Sensei, was her name? The vampire nurse or demon nurse.
yeah. Same thing with Mel too. I don't watch either of them just because they're very like they don't. It's hard to understand what they're doing.
Well, she's
Um,
doing English streams now, Noelle.
yeah, yeah. She's doing like learning English
Learning
streams.
English, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Speaking of male, all right, because I thought I heard you say Noelle, but I thought it was a male. What do you think about Hollow Stars?
I don't watch them at all. Like I know I used to watch what was his name?
Roberto?
No, not Roberto. The Papa one. I forgot his name. Um,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Starts with an A, I think.
Aruran or
Aruran.
something.
There we go.
Yeah,
Aruran.
yeah. It's like when he did his like teach me memes
Yeah, he
streams.
got a big boom from
Yeah, he
that
got a
one.
big move from that. Yeah, but after that, he kind of fell off the map for me.
He's still
I
good to watch. I like putting up their streams just so, like, even though my one measly number can help with their view count, and I'll leave it
I
there. Of course, interaction's a whole nother thing that
yeah.
they need.
Was it? I really really want to get into Subaru's stream, but she very rarely speaks English. But I just love the way she talks and the way like I really want to get into her what do you call it? Just her chatting stream, because they seem really funny. And I'm jealous of the people like they can super like they can understand her because
Oh, I
what
know. I
yeah that
forgot
like
about her when you were
yeah
mentioning best JP streamer.
yeah. I really want to like super like I bet you if I knew Japanese like 100%, I think I'd really like Subaru. Um, did you did you enjoy those clips? Like she just did the video where she became a cop and then she tried to
Yeah.
arrest other Hololive members
Well,
for
I
like
only saw the
unsay so
Coco
things.
one.
Oh, really? That's the
Yeah.
only one you saw?
Yeah, I did. I saw the one with Marine and I wanted to watch it, but I kind of forgot about it.
I think she did one with like I think what my favorite one was her and who was it? I forgot her name. Who's the cutting board?
Rushia?
Oh, Rusha, there you go.
She
So
has the best, like, menacing voice.
she has like this perfect screamo voice.
Yeah, no, like, you know those biker gang chick types in anime?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's that voice. I love it so much, and like I can feel like the menace from the way that she speaks.
Like the gruff voice.
Right, like she's gonna fuck you up if you keep on, you know, not letting her win it. Freaking what Among Us or whatever game it is.
I really want to see that now that you talk about it, I kind of want to see her and Amelia do collabs together
That would be
cuz
so hard.
because Amelia always is like, ugh, why like the only reason you're winning is because I have bad ping.
Yeah, for real. But like, wouldn't they have a big? They would need like Kiara there or something like that to interpret,
Trent,
because I don't think
not
Rusha really speaks English, does she?
she doesn't need to. I mean, Amelia did a collab with Mel, and Mel
Mhm.
doesn't understand a lick of English, and Amelia doesn't understand a lick of Japanese. So I mean, but they made it work. So
I
I
didn't
mean,
watch it. Is she the squirrel?
who? Oh, Mel? No, no, Mel's the vampire.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
There's so many of them. Like I can't keep up with who's who anymore.
yeah. I think you're talking about Risu,
Yeah, I
which is
am.
the squirrel. Yeah. Um, actually, going back to the Subaru, Rusha one, it was super hilarious because they showed a clip of like they were like, "Do you know why you're here, Rusha?" And she's like, "I have no idea. I'm the most say so person." And then she's like, "Well, you're here because of attempted murder, and then just straight up murder." And then
Who was she
and she's
murdered?
like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And then it showed like a clip of her like it was like a stream like a couple of days ago where she was talking to Chat, and then Chat was talking about I forgot her name, but it was Subaru's mom, the artist who drew her. She's like, "Why are you guys talking about her?" And then she had like a PNG of a knife, and she started like stabbing the Chat with the knife.
What? That's hilarious. That's
and
perfect.
then that's not even and then
Oh man.
Subaru's mom invited her to like a stream with like four other girls
Hmm.
that aren't Hololive members, right? And then
Right.
when Rusha got in, she's like, "Who are these other girls that I don't know about?"
She
And
get
then
jealous.
yeah, she got really jealous. And
Oh my
then
gosh.
she was talking about it. It's like, no, these are my daughters or whatever. And Rusha's like, "Oh, okay, if they're your daughters, that's fine." Um, and then afterwards it zooms back to her like pre-chat or something where she's like, "Yeah, so I straight up just killed her and her body's in my refrigerator." And I'm like, "What?" You
Well, she,
definitely have to watch the clip. Yeah, you have to
yeah,
watch the clip. It's
rappers
hilarious.
rapping about their crimes, getting arrested for it. That's what that is.
Right. I think it's funny that everyone was guilty except for Coco.
For sure, because Coco, uh, it's not technically incorrect, right?
She's just the translator. She's just
For
the
sure.
yeah. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Subaru interrogated Coco because Coco interpreted the word
Term waifu.
waifu,
Yeah.
yeah, as fap material. Like that's what the English side was like. Hey, when you say waifu to one of the Japanese Hololive members, that means they want them to be fat materials, and that's totally not what it is. But that's what she interpreted it
It's
to be.
technically not wrong.
I mean, yeah, it's technically not wrong, but it's not right either. You know, it's in that gray area.
Subaru's not good of a detective because even police officers will arrest the getaway driver, and the getaway driver can get in trouble even if they don't know it's for robbery.
I mean, but it's Subaru though.
Yeah, that's true. She's just gonna
But I
say
mean,
"oh my" and
but she's
whack.
the yeah, but she wasn't the one that that decided if they were guilty or not. It was Chat that decided if they were guilty or not. She was just carrying out the sentence. But besides that, do you have any other favorite clips?
Like there's so many to choose from, to be honest with you, like Pecro's traps and stuff like that. I did want to mention something really quick because you mentioned it about Rushia and her mama.
Mhm.
So the mamas and the papas for the Hollow live streamers. I don't know if any of the other VTubers have this, but like the people that design their character,
Mhm.
and there's a lot of famous folks, like the one of the mamas for who's the peacock in Hollow ID that just came out?
Oh, I think it also starts with an A. I forgot her name.
Pavlovia or something like.
Pavlovia. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, her designer was the same lady that made the Milfasek, Pochi Sensei, right?
Pochi Sensei, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
and
yeah, like you literally have a lineup of like famous artists like ready to draw these. Do you actually know how they um get the artists?
no idea.
Okay, so how this works is I think I listened to like one of the members talk about it on stream. The artists actually have to register. It's basically like
Tryouts?
when yeah tryouts like when you try out to be one of the Hololive members, the artists actually have to put in like a resume to be to be chosen. I'm like, what? You have to like these famous people have to put in resumes to be chosen to draw the. But I'm sure because of they because of their fame or whatever they're put on higher priority. Um,
Oh, definitely. Like, cause Kiara has the creator of Blackrock Shooter.
yeah, Hook
Who
Papa.
guess? Yeah, who get
Yeah, Hook.
super like he drew Steins Gate and all those good anime that people enjoy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how many like famous people are like just come together under this one company banner or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think that
you know,
what?
go ahead.
Do you think that uh the sign up thing is just like a formality? I would imagine that they Hollow Live what's the company called? Cover or
Hmm.
Clover?
Cover,
Cover
yeah.
would reach out to the artist first, and then just as a formality, have them submit it, and then they would just pick it
Uh,
out of a pile.
maybe that's what they did at the beginning, but
Hmm.
now that since Hollow Live is so famous, I think like I don't think it'd be abnormal to see several famous people put in their names to be the next, to be the next artist. There might be like four or five famous artists, raring to be ready to draw the next Hololive member. So I don't think it's abnormal for them to do this type of registration type of thing. And we're talking about Japan here, the country where it's all, formalities and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Um yeah, I okay, so what I want to talk to you about real quick
Hmm.
is, do you think VTubers in general is like the next generation of like cringe, um like, okay, so a couple, like several, like, let's say 10 years ago, no, probably 15 years ago, how like the big thing was to have like anime avatars and stuff like that.
Yes.
Is Hololive, is having a Hololive member an avatar, is, are we going into that next step of the era where that's the next cringe thing we look back at in like 10, 15 years?
I mean, I use anime avatars, but it's always like the big fat characters like Ashura Doji or Madame Butterfly from an isekai a few seasons past. That was pretty trash.
Right, right, right.
People still do it. It's not cringe at all, I would say.
I
Uh,
I mean, but like, okay, let's say like you had Kakashi or you had Naruto like 10, 15 years ago, and then you're looking back at it, you're like, yeah, that's pretty cringe.
I know
It would-
10 years ago I was like playing with people and almost all of them had anime avatars on Steam for
because it was
sure.
cool, because it was cool to have anime avatars.
I mean, online wasn't really that. They always had like the. I know on Xbox you couldn't really select anything other than the default, like the
The
monkey kid,
basic
the
shapes
bomb
and stuff
guy.
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wouldn't say it
But
was cringe exactly. I'd say having something cringe would be like having a Sonic character or something like that.
I think Sonic is still pretty tasteful. If let's say you had a Sonic avatar like 10, 15 years ago, and you look back and it was like, okay, yeah, it's Sonic.
Oh, the
It's
only
not.
reason I equate Sonic with cringe is because of the recolor scene that they have, but that's a whole nother podcast if you want to go into that.
Yeah,
Like
but I'm just
one
saying,
of my
like, yeah, like
uh,
having Hololive members as an avatar.
yeah,
You don't think it'd be cringe looking back at it 10, 15 years from now?
not at all. It's the same as putting like a picture of a Korean pop star on your avatar or something like that. I mean, if you used it for your Facebook or something like that, that'll be a different story. But if it's just like for Discord or something like that, it's completely fine. Like at work, I use
No,
a avatar of
but
Big
let
Chungus.
but what I'm talking, yeah, like I am talking about Facebook. Like I'm talking about like the social media side of things where it's your active thing where people look at, like when you had like an anime avatar back then 10, 15 years ago on Facebook. Okay, that's pretty cringe. I
To be
think,
honest with you, I never got into social media too much. I was on like Discord and Crunchyroll and stuff like that.
well, Discord wasn't even a thing back then.
No,
I
of
You
course
had
not.
like
Just an example.
TeamSpeak. Yeah, like TeamSpeak and stuff like that. But I mean, everyone and their mom has like Facebook now. But like, let's say if I put let's say if I put a Hololive member as my Facebook picture, and like, do you think it'd be cringe 10, 15 years from now? I think it'd be pretty cringe right now if I did it, right?
I would not. Like I was thinking about doing it at work, but the closest thing I get to was using uh Santa Claus from Pokemon in a random episode. And like I
That
said,
is
I use
random.
Big Chunkus now. Well,
Big
because I
Chungus.
switched it up for the seasonal.
Oh, maybe you should change your avatar to Kai Guy Nicky's, the
What's that?
overseas bro. You know that like pointy nose picture
Oh my
they always
god, yeah,
use
I know
for
what
the
you're talking
memes.
about.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean that's a little bit of the hiding the power level stuff that I would use. Yeah, I could use that
Yeah, I mean it's general enough, and to where it looks like a default avatar like the website would assign you.
for sure.
It's so random. Oh my gosh. Anything else you want to talk about like with Hololive?
Oh, yeah, I did. Because we were talking about the papas and the mamas of the characters, the designers.
Hmm.
Who do you think has the best character design?
Oh, that is so hard. That is I'm gonna say Suisse. I really like her design. Like I think the reason I like Suisse so much is because I really like the theme of like space, and she kind of puts out that space theme. What about you?
I want to say, just not as a personal preference for me, probably Pekora or
Hmm.
Subaru,
Hmm.
but success-wise, Gura, hands down.
Oh yeah, Gura does have a good design.
She has just this part of her success, like the best design, like it's very uh
Marketable.
exactly, that's the term I wanted to use, marketable.
Yeah.
Like I want to see anime figures of her made, and I would buy one.
Yeah, I would probably definitely buy one of Gura. I think the reason why is because her jacket is so like it's
Fashionable.
so like you know how like designers is like if you have
It,
a an icon from 20 feet away you can still understand what it is. I think that's what makes it marketable. Gura definitely has that design where if from far away you can like tell what she is, then that's definitely her. I think on the opposite hand you have Amelia where it's very basic. um
definitely.
yeah, like
She doesn't
they
even use
literally
her
just
monocle all the time. Very
yeah, I
rarely.
mean um her her outfit is like just if I went to like
Schoolgirl
the
outfit.
most like basic costume shop and I got like a detective outfit, that's exactly what it would look like. It's pretty
Yeah,
normal.
it is. Um, Going back to Gura, the design is simple but effective. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, it is very very effective.
It's
Um
perfect to me. That's like the
yeah.
perfect design that you could have. And obviously it shows with her subscriber count. She exploded past 2 million already, right?
Yeah, she's way past 2 million. I don't think it just has to do with the design because she's like the embodiment of cringe. I think that's the reason people like her so much. Is like she's very cringy, and then but she also knows like a lot of memes and she can sing. So she's like a whole package wrapped into one.
She doesn't do too many singing streams though. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
she
but
did
when
one
she
at the start.
does,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
but
always a
when she
treat.
does, yeah, it's like do you remember the last singing stream she did? It was like 100,000 viewers or whatever. Like that's a
That was the
crazy
first one
amount.
in a long time. It really is. That's like arenas full of people
Yeah, yeah. Like the last time there was like 100,000 subs was like when Miko had
came
like
back.
the was it when she came back?
Something like that, yeah. She was gone for a while after the whole debacle of people realizing what she had said when playing San Andreas,
Oh, I don't think that really mattered. I think that's what put her into like the limelight. But
right?
I don't think the reason why
That's what
you
gave a
know
lot of the Hollow Live coverage,
like honestly if Miko didn't say that they wouldn't be as popular.
for sure.
I think that's what drew it. Like, did you know that's the reason why she got into Hollow Live? Like when she said that, she wasn't even part of Hollow Live, but that's what
Really?
pushed her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was a third party VTuber, and then she was playing. She was actually about to quit, and then her current subscribers, which is probably less than 1,000 or something at that time, told her to play um,
GTA.
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then she said it. She blew up into like the limelight. She got hired by Hollow Live, and I think that's what really, pushed her or pushed Hollow Live really into that big space because of all the big names they got at the very beginning.
Which was Roboco and who else?
Roboco and Fubuki.
What did Fubuki like? How did she get
I think she
noticed?
was just scouted. I think like Roboco and Fubuki were scouted. Um, I think Fubuki was in Generation Zero, and then they moved her to Gamers, which makes no sense because all the girls game. So I don't know why they made like a specific like gamers group. But
I know Corona's in that as well.
yeah, yeah. Like that just doesn't make sense to me. Like I like Pecora's not even part of the gamer, but I think she does like a lot of gaming too. So I think it's just random at that point.
Yeah. And Speaking of gaming and Corona, she has some of the craziest uh, amounts of like the stream length. I think she went over 27 hours one time playing Assassin's Creed.
Jesus, are you serious?
Yeah,
That's
they forced her to stop playing.
I
Stop. Excuse
I
me.
I remember the managers were like, you should probably take more care of yourself, like you don't do all these crazy long streams. And she's like, nah, 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 I can do it. I'm fine.
Yeah, a true otaku. She loves playing her games.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's
Um,
like
I just love the way she talks. It's like the embodiment of cute.
it really is.
Yeah.
You
Whoa, wait.
can't go wrong
So
with it.
if we're talking about cute, we cannot go with this whole podcast without mentioning Luna. She is like the
Oh yeah,
diabetes. Yeah, she's the diabetes amount of cute.
you need to watch
Especially
some Watson or something to get insulin in you.
that salt, just to bring
A little
it's
bit of balance. Yeah, exactly.
Watson's that like smelling salts you get when you pass out.
Or you hear the guh in the background. It's like, oh,
Good.
Mori Calliope. Oh, I'm alive again.
Oh, I love, like, if you haven't seen it yet, just look up like Luna singing Hajimeta no Chu. Ah, it's so good.
Oh, it's perfect. It's better than
It's
the
melt.
original.
It's like I just turned to a piece of cheese and I'm just melting in my chair. That's how good it is.
It's like exactly. It's like wine being accompanied by cheese. Perfect combination.
Perfect. You know what I thought was super funny about Luna is that, like, whenever she plays horror games, she doesn't like bat an eye. But when she did like the 3D horror game, she actually like broke her neck or something like that.
Oh yeah, she hit her neck on a stool, right? And she went to the
I don't.
hospital.
Yeah, like she had to go to the hospital. She wasn't able to stream for like maybe a week or two or something
Oh
like that.
Jesus.
I thought that was hilarious.
And speaking of the hospital, don't they suspiciously go to the hospital a lot?
What do you mean?
Just a lot of the VTubers. I know Luna went to the hospital that one time. I don't know if it was her that hit her neck on the stool, but I remember in the same time there was somebody else on leave for a few weeks because they were sick from, I guess, working too much.
Yeah, I think yeah, it makes sense because they're streaming nonstop for like 5 to 6 days a week. I could totally get how they would need to go to the hospital, especially like I think the most recent one I've heard about was when Kanata had to go to the hospital because
Her voice.
something to do with her voice and she not able to sing so well anymore. Um, and I think another one was Suisei. Her voice was also messed up and she started talking like lower. She doesn't have that super high pitched voice anymore. She's doing like a more normal voice, so it doesn't doesn't mess up her voice, which is totally honestly fair. It's
Vocal
I
cord
don't
fatigue.
yeah, I don't expect these, like these girls to like talk in high pitched voice for 8 hours, but I guess if that was what brings in views.
You
Um,
have to.
but I feel like I think it's more personality than the voice that brings in views. Like, just look at Callie. She has like a gruff, like, I guess you can equate it to like Subaru, where it's like a tomboyish voice.
For sure.
And yeah, she swears all the time. I know she doesn't try to swear, but she swears all the time. And you just look at her subscriber count. It's crazy. I think she's already passed 1 million, right?
She's I guess that's one of the perks of being death, right? You don't get sick. She hasn't gone to the hospital at all, despite having like God knows how many jobs and contracts. She's like constantly working.
Okay, if you want to talk about accidents, let's talk about Amelia real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, like I think it's hilarious that Amelia's like one time when I was a kid, I got ran over by a car. I'm
Oh
like,
my
okay,
God, yeah, her stories,
your
Jesus
story
Christ.
is one time when I was a kid, I walked across a very thin lake of ice. I'm like, what the hell?
Didn't she get like she got shot at or something like that one time?
I don't even know, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I bet you it's like one time when I was a kid, I got launched out of a cannon.
I would
Honestly, I would I would put it past her.
one time when I was a kid, I got struck by a truck and I was reincarnated as a VTuber. Yep, totally believable. It's coming from Watson.
One time when I was a kid, my dad made me get into a mech to fight an angel.
Oh my god. Get in the Discord server, Watson.
Oh my god. So, I just think that I don't think she does it much anymore, but she did it so much that it traumatized Chad. Chad was like, "Oh no, not again, not this
Yeah,
again."
for real it did. And
Mm.
I think the only other person that had something like that was it Hachama that said she got a bee stuck in her nose? And she tried to take
Oh,
it out with a
I think it was like
vacuum?
a I think it was like a crayon or
No, it was a
some.
bee.
Was it a bee?
It was a bee.
I think she got something stuck up her nose, and then her dad had to get like a vacuum cleaner to suck it out or something like that. So stupid.
I love those stories so much. Like whenever Hachama streams, always. Watson
Oh
streams,
yeah,
always. Coco,
I
always.
I miss watching Hachima. Like she's since she's been on leave, I was like, man, why do I feel like I'm missing something in my life?
Definitely. Those Hachama Sundays. Like I still play that video, the Hachama
So,
Sunday.
oh, it's so good. Like yeah, I love all these. So do you know about Red Alice?
Yes, but I
Yeah.
don't like know exactly what it is. I know the name and I see it plastered everywhere, but I just can't recall it right now
So
exactly.
so Red Alice is the one that does all the. I'm not sure if he's like the official remixer.
Hmm.
Um, but he's the one that does the like a bunch of the remixes for the Hollow Live Girls. Like I think he's the one that also did the remix for the Miko Peko song.
I haven't
But
listened to that one. How was it?
I enjoy it. It's hard to understand if you don't know Japanese though. But I think they have subtitles for it. He did the opening for Coco. I think he also did the opening. Maybe he did the opening for Muna, or was it maybe it's a different person. But he's done a bunch of the remixes for a lot of the openings for a lot of the girls. And he's very big. Like there's like of course there's a lot of big names when it comes to like um fans of the Hololive. Like
Oh, for
I
sure.
think one of my current favorite was Mike Tyson's ass. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know he has like a YouTube channel where he posts every time one of the Hololive says the username, he clips it and puts it into the he posts into his channel.
Oh, I didn't know he did that. I just know people clipped it.
Yeah, yeah. So if you actually look him up, he did. I think he got like several of them to say it.
He got
I think.
corona multiple times, and then to
Oh
the
yeah.
point where she was like, "Where's Mike Tyson today?"
I
Mike
think
Tyson's
I,
on.
I think one of my favorite was probably Callie. Callie's like, "Oh, big ups to Mike Tyson." She's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna say the whole thing." And then the chat was like spamming, and she's like, "Oh, you guys know who this is?" And I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna say it."
I
Or maybe that
didn't
was
see that
Gura.
one.
Oh, you definitely have to watch them all. They're hilarious.
Yeah, the corona one struck out to me.
I think Corona has great clips. I love clips of Corona,
She's
but
the most clippable out of all of them, I think.
it's hard to say most clippable because there's so many good
There's
clips.
too much content. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's the reason why like people like VTubers have been getting so big is because it's like the next generation of anime. It's like you know there's a person behind these 2D anime girls, but
Hmm.
you don't care. You just want to see like what the next funny thing
What their
is.
hijinks are. Yeah, definitely. And they're just digesting the clips themselves are good content to watch, and you could just put it on, during a break or something like that and laugh your ass off.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about this real quick because I know Kiara has talked about it a little bit, and it's involving like growing too big too fast. Um, do you
Yep,
think they should slow down in regards to getting more members?
definitely, man. I feel like they haven't even taken advantage of all the potential merchandising opportunities yet.
Like as we're filming this, they just finished their second round of Hollow EN.
Was it for the males only though?
No. This is like the second generation of the Hollow EN.
Oh, okay.
So we're about to see that. And you know what? I think I'm fine with that because Hollow EN only has 5 members, so it would be nice to have more,
Four.
um, yeah, like more people on the EN side to, do the like have more Minecraft because they always mention that their Minecraft is always dead because not a lot of people play Minecraft anymore on the EN side,
Yep.
and there's not a lot of stuff being built. So I do. Oh man, now that I talk about it, I miss Hachima so much because do you remember when she was just like, okay, I'm Hollow Life EN now, so I play on the Hollow EN
Hollow
server.
Meth. Yeah, six if you count Coco and Hachima.
Seven if you count Coco Kane.
Oh, I didn't watch her. Did she ever use that avatar?
She used it like once or twice. Like the last time she used it was during her meme review with Coco Kane, but it was just like her and like
She advertised
Guru.
it as Coco with some bitch or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Um, yeah, but I really enjoyed like when Hachi was playing on the EN server because not a lot of the girls were playing Minecraft at that time. But
And
management
that reminds me of something else about the
like
EN server where they were gonna get Hookah to join the
yeah,
Minecraft.
exactly,
Yeah, he was
exactly,
building
yeah.
stuff off screen, and Kiara was gonna do collabs, but I guess the JP Bros didn't want it, which is
Was it the
silly to
JP
me.
Bros?
Yeah, I didn't see any pushback from EN at all. Like we would have wanted it.
Like I bet you if it was like Achan or any of the other female characters, they would have
Hmm.
been fine with it. But I'm like, since it was a male character, maybe that's the reason why they didn't want it. But yeah, I'm like,
Well,
when
this is
when I
somebody
saw it,
stealing their fat material, dude, their waifu.
like he's the one that drew Kiara. I
I
mean, what are you
know.
talking
Why
about?
wouldn't
What are you
like
talking
that's
about?
fucking Hookah, the creator of fucking
Y-
Black Rock Shooter Steins getting God knows how many
What do
more
you want,
amazing
people? Gee,
IPs. I would have loved to
exactly.
see that, and we were robbed of it, which sucks. And I think Kiara was bothered by it too. Like that would have been good
Yeah.
content
Oh yeah, definitely. Because if you watch Kiara stream, Hoop Papa is always in the chat. He's always there. He's always joining in. And I just felt like they missed out. Like I felt like management should have just ignored the JP side
Does he have
because
his own
because
streaming
this is
avatar?
English. What was it?
Does Hookah have his own streaming avatar like Punchy Sensei?
I don't think so. But I mean, it'll probably only take him a day to draw himself one. So
For real.
honestly, if you, I don't know if he's able to, but I mean, if he wanted to, he probably could use Black Rock Shooter as his avatar, right?
I mean, he owns it, I believe. I would imagine
Yeah. So I mean, that's a plausible thing.
for
But
sure.
I mean, if he wanted to make his own IP, take one day and he could do it real easy. Um, yeah, but I feel I was also really mad when management stepped in and said Hachima couldn't do any more Minecraft stream in the EN server. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
why?
that
Just
bothered
let
me
her do
too.
it. Yeah, I'm uh, like the management side of Hollow Live is really. I feel like these girls really want to collab with each other, and the management is just like, no, we can't let it happen. I totally get where whenever they do these these new members and they can't do collabs for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that. And I know
Right.
there's a buffer time. That okay, that definitely makes sense to me. Okay, I'm fine with that because they want to know how each girl does on their own and how they um react to chat and stuff like that. So there's a little buffer time. That makes total sense. But after the buffer time, when they want to collab with each other, just let them do it. I don't know why they're holding their hands so hard.
You know what?
Like
Just like
what?
in my, I don't know, like my, uh, what's that term used? I can't remember words right now. But when people have like theories that are, you know, whether it be stuff like Pizzagate or stuff like that, or UFOs in Roswell, Area 41, stuff like that.
Oh,
Conspiracy
I,
theories.
yeah, there you go.
There we go. I remembered it by myself. I just had to jog my mind. Uh, I have a conspiracy theory that they have them sing like the same songs, play the same games to have them compete with each other, and like maybe they'll review the numbers maybe a few years down the line and cut some people loose.
Nah, there's no way. Like, think about it. Think about it. Let's say they cut Coco. They cut Coco off the
Oh God,
roster list,
that
right?
no
I
way,
think that
please
would be
no.
the death knell. That would be the death knell to Hollow Live because so many people there would be so much pushback.
Yeah,
you know.
definitely. But I'm talking about some of the lesser seen people like Choco Sensei or
No, if they
even
cut
Kiara
Choco
on the
Sensei,
Yen
there would
side.
be like, if they cut Kiara, I would stop watching Hollow Live. I
Definitely.
would,
I
I
wouldn't
would
say
just straight
she's
up.
not a lesser watch because she still gets a god mountain ton of views, hundreds of thousands of views. And she's like an asset, translating between the two
Right.
branches. And she's very creative, by the way, with her little
Like,
talk show. I
like,
love it. It's not little. It's freaking huge.
like there would be a butterfly effect for cutting one of the girls. Okay, so you said Choco Sensei, right?
Right.
Let's say they cut off Choco Sensei. Like, do you know how many like a lot of the Hollow girls enjoy doing collabs with her? So if they cut her out, that would of course cause a butterfly effect, to affect these other girls where it's like I don't want to stream for another 2 weeks, because I have to let this sink in.
Right.
Um, and of course, like especially the fans, they're gonna know what's happening. They'll be like, what happened, why. Yeah, they can cover it up with like, like, oh, she's graduating because of health issues or something like that, but there's always going to be pushback to if you're just going to straight up cut somebody. I totally get it if they decide to leave because of health reasons, because the entertainers come first.
I know Hollow
Entertainers come first.
Stars member left because of health issues.
Yeah, yes. I don't know his name, but yeah. um but besides that, I feel like if they just want to do, I think that's the reason why people like Coco so much, is because she's always pushing back against the management.
Bringing in
Um,
ideas like wasn't she the one that said something about wanting to do like a streamer house or something like that?
yeah, yeah, well, I think the reason why she wanted to do the streamer house is because she's not native to Japan. She was born in America, and the reason why she wanted to start a streamer house is because um, Kanata, who is a native born in Japan, is able to lease out this house or whatever, without going through like a massive ton of paperwork. Um, and so she's now able to move out from her parents' house and live in the streamer house, so she's able to stream more freely, and that's the reason why she started the streamer house. But besides, okay, so we're besides Hollow Live, do you have any other favorite streamers like VTubers in general?
Just uh Pikami with Tomoshika, the Voms girls, as I said before. I think that's the company for the one that owns Hatsune Miku or something like that. I think it's
Is
called
it?
Gyari.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Can you really own Hatsune Miku though?
Yes. They were the designers. When I looked at their page, it said had something to do with Hatsune Miku. I don't know if they designed it or what. I know
I
Sega
thought I
owns
thought
Miku, don't
Hatsune
they?
Miku was designed by the original creators of the voice program. I thought she was like the face
Vocaloid?
of the voice program. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
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 like
you're right. Isn't that
yes.
Gyari though?
I have no idea. Um, I maybe it is.
Fact
I'm
check
not.
time?
Yeah, 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 fact check it. Well, I talk about my favorite VTubers that are Hololive. So currently, I really like watching VShojo.
Hmm.
Just how degenerate, like it's basically if you took Coco and multiplied her like several times, like 13 times or something like that. That's what VShojo is, and they're mainly like um the they're mainly English cast. um, but the thing is that they stream mostly on Twitch, and I find it hard just to swap back and forth between YouTube and Twitch. Um, that I mainly get a lot of their content from clips on YouTube. Uh, have you been watching anyone from VShojo lately?
Not at all. I tried watching Iron Mouse, but I don't. It doesn't click with me. Uh,
Really? What about Hajime?
Hajime is the best one just 'cause
Y-
we know her
Yeah,
background.
yeah, he made Hajime. Oh, she is like the most degenerate. Like that's a lot to say
By
when you're like
design
the
though,
most.
right?
Not even by design. Like I think it's funny when you have to say like the most degenerate out of like the rest of these girls, like specifically like Melody, who started out doing chatterbait streams.
Doesn't she still or no?
Yeah, yeah, I think she still does chatterbait. And if you don't know what chatterbait is basically like a sex cam, live sex cam live stream or something like that. I don't know how to describe it too well. It's basic, and then I remember like she was getting a lot of pushback from like other streamers at Chatterbait because she shot up to number 1 instantly.
And going back to Gyari, here's what it says on the entry. Gyari or Coco Cigarette P is a producer known for his original songs, covers, and arranges using jazz. He is known for drawing comics and illustrations, pictures of his videos entirely by himself. In his videos,
Hmm.
he had Vocaloid playing music as if they were in a jazz band, though band changes over time. It used to consist of, and then it just lists the names of the Vocaloids that he uses. So I guess he
So
was a
so he's just a
contributor.
creator.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds like he
yeah,
was
yeah.
just a creator of most like that other huge guy who used to be a creator for, using Vocaloid, Kenichi Yonezu or something like that. He's huge, but he
I
started
mean,
out with
there's the.
Vocaloid.
I mean, Vocaloid is like a whole different podcast in itself right now because that I know that's a huge. Like,
That's
I
as
never
big
got
as
big into
the
Vocaloid.
Undertale third-party
Yeah, it's
universe.
yeah, it's crazy how big like these like small niche bubbles get. Like I do like Vocaloid songs, but I've never dove deep enough to see how big it actually goes.
Same. I
Like,
never even played the games that the how God knows how many games, at least 10.
really? There's games of
There's
Vocaloids? I didn't know that.
so many. Project Diva.
Like it's basically like if you don't know anything about Hollow Live or VTubers in general, and I told you I just sent you one clip and then you spend like the next week just just watching VTuber clips and you're like, oh yeah, I'm so invested now.
Hey, your eyes fall out. You watch so much. And there's still
I
more to
mean,
watch.
I got so invested that I made like so many memes on the subreddit.
Yeah, you did. I think you were on Meme Review a few times.
Oh yeah, I think I was on meme review I think twice now, and then I was on Coco stopped doing it, but I was on Coco one time, and then I was on the Marine meme
Oh,
review
did
one.
you get a flare for that, or was that just the one
No,
person?
it was just the one person.
Ah, damn.
I thought I thought everyone who was shown in the video would get a flare, but I'm fine with it. At least I got recognized. I'm not gonna say my username, but I'm so glad to be you know reviewed or whatever like that. I thought that was
I
hilarious,
forgot to
and
resubmit for that contest because I used the third party. I used Simpsons, and you couldn't use stuff like that. That was
yeah
copyrighted.
yeah you can't use copyright. I think it's funny where Coco's like don't be using copyright material, and then she just uses it anyways.
Does
Like
she?
yeah, like okay, so I remember like on their pre-stream she's like don't use copyright material, and then during the stream she reviewed one of the memes where it's like the it's do you remember the show about motorcycles? It was that meme.
I
Whereas
don't know a show about motorcycles.
it was like the dad like yelling at the son, and then the son yelling back at the dad, and then
Oh,
the
yes, the Orange County Choppers or
yeah
something like
that
that.
one. Yeah, that she used that meme. I'm like, isn't that copyrighted material right there? So I
Yeah,
don't know what you're
definitely.
talking about.
I never thought of
Okay,
that.
okay. Yeah, we're dragging this this episode long. So I mean we could probably talk about VTubers for like several hours, but it's we're already past the hour mark. Anything closing remarks you want to say anything about?
Yeah, I just wish they would, buy the computers for all the streamers,
Oh,
the
I mean
companies.
once you work like 2 months into it, I mean they have plenty of money to where they could buy whatever they want, right?
That's true, but just have, I don't know if the internal workings of the company, but it doesn't seem like they fund their rigs at all at the start, which it would be nice
I
if
mean
they
that make
did.
I mean that makes sense to where they don't it's part of the job. It's part of the job where like when you take like a mailing job or something, they expect you to have a car to drive to work. They expect you to just like when you join any job force, they expect you to have transportation. I think I've seen that on like some resume, like make sure you have like
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I
reliable
didn't think about it
yeah
like that. That's a good point.
yeah that's basically what it is, especially with computers. But I mean that's a meme in itself because some of the girls have like trash computers like Polka with her crappy
Or
potato
Kiara's
PC.
old potato PC.
Oh yeah, Kia. Like her PC was so crappy that her manager had to lend her a computer
Oh my God.
to stream with. So I get it where I get what you're saying that these girls need to have computers to stream with, but I mean at their they're not making small amount of money. They're making some huge crazy money to the point where it's like buying like two RTX 3090s. That's like a drop in the bucket for them. So I mean it's fine.
That's
It's
true.
fine. Yeah, and like who needs that crazy of a computer anyways if you're playing Minecraft, you know? Like most of them start out playing Minecraft anyways, and Minecraft runs on pretty much like almost any computer.
True. I think
So
what's the Phoenix girl? I forgot her name all of a sudden.
Kiara,
Kiara, yeah. She was like
I'm like, how are you gonna
720,
forgive Kiara?
yeah, for real. 720p for a while, right? Or 1080p was the best she could do.
I think a lot of the girls don't stream in native resolution because they make their stream their game smaller, and then they use the other ones for their I guess they're like VTuber or their character commands, you know, for smiling or being sad or whatever. So I don't know how all that works. I don't know the inner workings of being a VTuber. So I think that's just my guess, you know, coming from having like a little bit of knowledge on the technical side, I guess.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll end it here. If you guys enjoy, what we're talking about, we do have a YouTube page. Leave us a comment about your favorite VTubers. And then if you want to support us, we do have a Patreon. But besides that, any final words, James?
No, we could talk. Well, I mean, we could talk about how life till the moon comes up, but we have to
Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about it sometimes to do other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.